What's up, guys? Today we're back with Sparrow Games game tutorials in under 15 minutes. Today we'll be going over item descriptions. So when we pick up an item, we want it to say, what the item's name is. Just information about it up here, which we can change. So most of those variables are already set up in the master item. As far as these description, or item type, current stack number, all of those are already in here for our master item. But the first thing you're going to want to do is make a new widget and call it WB details widget. I have one right here. This is what mine looks like. It's just a canvas panel with a border. These are just images. One is just a lighter gray box on a black box on top of a lighter gray box. And then I just added this yellow line here. Then I just added in a bunch of text like the item name, added the stack number, item type, and the description. Make sure all of these are variables. Then you're going to go over into your graph, make a custom event, call it update, add in your variables that I mentioned that were the text. So I called one item name, item type, descriptions, and stack number. And the stack number is an integer. The item type is of the item type. Then you're just going to drag those variables out and set the text for all of them, and then just drag in them accordingly for the name and type, description, stack number. Then you're going to go into the WB inventory. You're going to place this WB details widget where you want it. I placed it here. You can place it down lower, make it the size that you want. Then go back to the graph here. I made two functions, one called show item details, one called hide item details. On the show item details, we're just going to set the visibility, and then we're going to get the WB item details widget that we just placed in here. And make sure it's a variable when you place it in here. Make sure that this is a variable. Okay. And then since it is a variable, we're going to drag it out, get the set visibility so that it's visible on the show item details, and then call that function update. Get the make sure there's an input here and get the BP master item. That's what you're going to plug in for this item variable. That way you can drag out and get the name, the description, the current stack, and the item type. I'm going to plug all that in. So hide item is actually going to be way simpler. It's just going to be setting that visibility of that WB details widget to collapsed. Don't set it to hidden, set it to collapsed. Okay. So now that we have both those functions made, the show items, now we need to go to this event graph, the inventory slot, and we're going to go and make a variable, call it WB owning inventory. It's going to be of the WB inventory, just the inventory type widget, not the inventory slot. So it's of this type widget. Then we're going to drag in and set it right after this held item, just so we have it, so we can pass in info for the details panel. Then we're going to go over to the event graph. On the event mouse button, enter for these inventory slots. We're going to get that variable we just made, called of owning inventory, and call the show item details and the hide item details that we just made. these guys. All right, and that's it. That is how we made the details. Thanks for watching, y'all.